for me?
Yes, sir. Yasuke, Y-A-S-U-K-E, Shakur, S-H-A-K-U-R. I'm the chairman for the state of Indiana for the national,
New Black Panther Party.
I'm the chairman for the state of Indiana for the new Black Panther Party.
Have you guys tried to reach out to Prosecutor Mears and discuss your frustrations with him over this?
Yes, sir. We have many times. The prosecutor's office has turned their back on us. We have very limited communication. We reached out to them on many occasions. We've barely got any type of interaction from them. This case has been going on for about almost 2 years now. I can count on one hand that we've talked to the prosecutor. They do not communicate, just as they do not communicate with other families. They do not hold up their end of what they're supposed to do to serve the community and to serve the people, just as they do as other families. This is an ongoing situation, an ongoing problem, and we want to put a stop to this. It's time for change.
Are you concerned about also the process? And there was a mistrial the last time out. They're supposed to do another trial in March. Is there concern about what the jury? Are you concerned about what the jury may look like in that trial?
Sir, I'm always concerned about it. When we have black people getting shot down in this community and local authorities don't even want to step in and do their job like they're supposed to, there's major concern.
Right.
As far as when it comes to the jury, I think that last jury was majority of white people. I think there was one African American, there was one person that was biracial. How does that stand for a community of peers that are supposed to be on a committee supposedly to figure out if there was wrong or right doing in the community, and it's not even an even ratio. They even allowed one of the people on the jury, this person was someone that knew Tyler Newby and also the friend of Tyler Newby. I forget what his name, what's the other guy's name? Anthony Eads. This person went to school with Tyler Newby and Anthony Eads, and they allowed him to sit on that jury. How is that? That's a conflict of interest. Why was that done? We never got any questions for that. When Tyler Newby was released on bail, they put our family out of the courtroom to proceed with this proceeding to allow him to walk away. Even to this day, they have not given us a reason for that. How can you allow someone to walk after they committed a murder, confess to murder, turn the gun in, and then you let them walk? And you don't even tell people why you let them walk. That's not right.
Do you think if the roles were reversed and Tyler Newby was black, maybe he would walk, do you think?
You answer your own question for that, sir. Right. Honestly, that's a stupid question. Look what's going on there. How many black individuals do you have locked up that can't even see a judge right now? They can't even get communication with the people outside that jail right now.
Right.
But Tyler Newby committed a murder and he was out on bail and sitting at home in his fucking front room not even 10 days later. That's not right.
Something about the science.
Some people may question the tactics you guys use. You say words like cracker, coming out with guns. What do you think of that?
Sir, the word cracker is a character, it's not a person. You have to have the mentality of a cracker.
That's right.
The mentality of a cracker is what they're doing to us every day in these streets. Every person's not a cracker, but you got a lot of them out
Teach
here.
now, teach.
When you say cracker, that's not you as a person. That's a mentality and the actions that are done by the person. You know what I mean? So when people try to look at us and they say, oh, those guys are racist, oh, they said cracker, what the hell have you been doing to us for the last 300
cracker is an
400
enforcer
years?
of white supremacy.
Not only that, we have a law that allows us to carry a firearm and protect ourselves. So why is that a problem?
Right. Come on.
When you got these white groups out here, you got these white militias and Proud Boys and everybody else out here. Look what happened in Washington, D.C. for Donald Trump. They ran in the place.
That's right. That's right.
And they let them people walk home.
Make it plain.
So when they ask us, are we over aggressive because we carry firearms? How can we be when we're being killed every day?
Right.
We're here to protect ourselves. We're here to do whatever it means for us to make it home at the end of the night, and then we're not going for anything else. And we will do it by any means necessary.
By any means necessary.
Talk about the panel you guys are having later today. What is that going to address?
Well, I would like to speak on one other thing before I get to that, which is the scientific evidence of this case. Tyler Newby's own statement versus what the scientific evidence convicts him.
Make it plain.
You cannot sit here and tell me that Tyler Newby was attacked and knocked to the ground when the trajectory of this bullet, which was scientifically found by the coroner of IMPD. Another thing, when the coroner got on the stage, there was a juror
Forensic
that
scientist.
asked this coroner about the forensic science. This juror asked the coroner, how is the bullet trajectory from head to toe, and he was laying on the ground, and the coroner said, oh, we don't have to worry about that. That's the main convicted evidence right there.
Under oath.
I know.
And he was on stand when he said that.
Yes, sir.
And they wonder why we are raised and why we carry guns. We can't even walk down the street without somebody want to run up under us. We must be protected. We have to arm ourselves so we don't harm ourselves. There was supposed to be more of the community out here with us today. There is a major uproar and a lot of people are upset in the inner city of Indianapolis. I had to make a call today and not bring the community out here because I got death threats. Because we want to come out here and stand up for what's right.
So they were threatening you if you brought more people.
Yes, sir. I have threats. What they threat, the threat that we got was the community members in this area didn't want us here. They may come and drive through our crowd with a car, is what I was told.
Right.
Which has already happened once downtown in Indianapolis. So that's a threat that we have to take on our level and make sure that we are secure and we are protected on our levels. Which brings us to the fact we will do anything that we need to protect ourselves, and we will do it any and every time by all means necessary.
By all any means necessary.
Yeah, of course I know. So, my question to you is, for the non-black people that want to support, what would you say to them? What would be your call to action for non-black allies to support the cause and the movement for justice for Dorian Murell?
Voice your opinion about the truth. Call the prosecutor and ask them why they're not using the truth. I understand across America there's a black and a white thing going on right now, but we are all people. So if we have officials that are supposed to protect the people, why are they dividing us by color?
Right.
One set of people shouldn't be treated different from another set. Whether it's good or negative, it should be an even playing field. So when people ask, oh, well, if they were black, do you think they'll be locked up? Come on now, you know what I mean? Look at the history. Not even here in Indiana, look at Rittenhouse.
Right.
Not even that. What's the other kid in Florida that got killed?
Trayvon.
Thank you, sir. You have camera, you have evidence and footage on video camera, and you ignore that. They sit here, they want to amend certain things, throw certain things out to allow back doors, and it has to stop.
So your message to non-blacks would be to write letters, to call. What specifically would you want them to do to get some real traction, some real movement, so that we can get justice come January when the trial begins?
Yes, sir, the next trial is in January. Me personally, sir, I would ask that they would voice their opinion of the wrongdoing in this case. The scientific evidence shows everything that needs to be told. But you got certain people, because the shooter is white and the victim is black, that they want to overlook that evidence. Now, when we talk about how biased this is and how much of a racial overview this has, let's look at a little bit deeper into the background history. When Dorian was killed, they drug tested him. Tyler Newby committed the murder and they didn't drug test him not one time. If you look at the picture of Tyler Newby's arrested photo, he looked like he's under the influence. He looked like he's on something.
Right.
Why was he not tested? But you tested Dorian for any substances illegal and he's already deceased.
Right.
What is the reason for that? And the person that committed the crime confessed to it, and honestly, he has a history of meth use. He's a history drug user. He has a long fucking rap sheet, excuse my French, he has a long rap sheet that runs from here back to Indianapolis of drug charges. He's been on the run for different things. It's out, if you do your research on Tyler Newby is not an angel. Dorian was not an angel. But whatever happened at that evening and however that interaction happened, it should not have been a penalty of death. There was no altercation. There was no attack on Tyler Newby.
And Newby wasn't on the ground.
And Newby was not on the ground. Let's even go a little further back. Why was Tyler Newby at a protest with a firearm anyway? He was the only one down there armed at that time and fired a shot. He confessed to it and lied about it, and he's sitting at home. That does not sit right with us.
Right.
understandably so. Now, for the second event for today.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that.
That's something that's we're working for community leaders in the state of Indiana, the central region. We have people that have came from all over the country. I have people here from California. I have people here from Florida, Las Vegas, Texas, Tennessee. We have people that have traveled here to try to come up with some type of solution to help the community. The community leaders here are tired of it. We're tired of it. The people are tired of it, and something has to change. We have to make a step forward as a united collective to make that change. No one person has the key. No one person has the answer, but we have to come together for the community. That's what this Liberation Summit is about. So we want to bring change to Indianapolis. We want to help try to curb the violence, try to create different opportunities, try to open new pathways for the youth and for the members of the community to be able to stop what's going on.
That's very interesting. It sounds to me as if you're saying when we're talking about empowerment and liberation and equality, that we're also addressing some of our own internal issues, is what you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
And there are a lot of us that think that's important. Could you talk a little bit about that as well?
Well, one thing about that, sir, I feel like our people, we have to make a change in ourselves for someone else to respect what we're doing. We cannot kill each other. We cannot allow each other to keep committing uncensored violence. There's just a lot of things that needs to be stopped. There's a lot of things that are being overlooked by city officials. We have people in place that are getting money from government money, whatever else, non-for-profit fund, whatever else is supposed to go to this community, and where is it at? We have money that's being set aside, it's supposed to be to curb the violence. Where is it at? IMPD asks for money and for more money for violence in the community every year, and our death rate is going up. Our violence rate is going up. We're at over 260-something murders for this year right now. How many people are locked up for that? How many of those murders have been solved?
Great questions.
These are things that are internal problems with this system. And we cannot depend on the system to change it. We have to create ways and opportunities to change ourselves. So once we change and we correct what's going on in our community and with our people, we can then allow others to try to help us. But until we help ourselves, we cannot get help from anyone else.
I think that's a great answer. And we're looking forward to going to the second event.
Yes, sir.
And getting some more information and talking to more people.
Yes, sir.
To create more awareness about what really needs to be done in the community, internally with us and externally with other people.
Yes, sir.
So thank you so much for taking the time, for being here. We really appreciate it.